In this video, we're going to discuss how to copyright your music and or beats. Copyrights. The most important step to protect your music, beats, and intellectual property rights will be making sure that you have registered your music with a copyright office. What is the definition of a copyright? A copyright is the exclusive right granted by law for a stated period, usually until 70 years after the death of the surviving author of the work, to make, dispose of, and otherwise control copies of literary, musical, dramatic, pictorial, and other copyrightable works. The exclusive right is set forth in the 1976 Copyright Act, Section 106. Now, the law says that copyright is secured automatically when the work is created, and a work is created when it is fixed in a copy, and that your music actually has a legitimate copyright as soon as you can get your song or music fixed into a tangible format expression. This just means that you either need to get your song recorded into some type of recorder, or get it written down or logged in some type of record file. But to truly protect yourself, along with some very great advantages and benefits that are backed by the U.S. government, it's best to register your music with the Copyright Office. By registering your music with the Copyright Office, you will not only have a better record of proof that you are the owner of the music, but you will also get certain rights when it comes to lawsuits and benefits for you if you make a claim for copyright infringement, just in case someone uses your music without your permission or the right to do so. Alright, how to register your song or beat. Alright, what you need to do is send a request form for a Form SR or PA application to the Copyright Office, Library of Congress, 101 Independence Avenue, Southeast Washington, D.C. You may want to print this part out here because this is the address that you're going to need to send it to. So it's going to be the Copyright Office, Library of Congress, 101 Independence Avenue, Southeast Washington, D.C., 20559-6000. Or you can actually go to the website, which that's the way that I do it here, by visiting www.copyright.gov. You can also order an application by telephone by calling this number, 202-707-9100. When the application is completed properly, send it to the Copyright Office with, if published, one copy of manuscript, lead sheet, or sound recording of the best edition, or, if published, 2 copies of manuscript, sheet music, or a sound recording of the best edition, and the appropriate non-refundable registration fee. It costs about $45. I don't know if the fees went up or not at the time, but as of today, it's $45, and you can make the checks payable to the Register of Copyrights. Mail everything back in one package to Library of Congress, Copyright 101 Independence Avenue, Southeast Washington, D.C., 20599-6000, and you're going to make the payment to Register of Copyrights. Now, the wait time for the application processing and getting your certificate back in the mail is kind of long. It takes a few months. The copyright we received it probably about 7 months, 6 to 7 months. So usually they say the turnaround time is about 5 to 6 months. But your song is actually registered as soon as the Copyright Office gets your package. You know, as long as everything's correct in there, you give them the fee, it'll be copyrighted immediately. But as far as you getting your certificate back, that's what you got to wait for. So no worries. As soon as they receive it and everything's fine, your song or your project is copyrighted. All right. The Form PA, Form SO, SRSO, which one should you use? On the Form PA, for published and unpublished works of the performing arts, musical works and dramatic works, pantomimes and choreographic works, motion picture, and other audiovisual works. Used Form PA, which is the performing arts form, musical composition that are recorded on a disc or cassettes or works of the performing arts, and should be registered with the performing arts. So that's what the PA is performing arts. And I do apologize for the speediness of me doing this. I'm actually about to head out to the door in a little bit, but I want to make sure you guys have this. Let's say, for example, on this performing arts form, let's say that a writer, big producer Johnny, writes a song, words and music called "Lost in Your Smile." Although he may have recorded it, if he is only interested in just registering the song work, you know, the underlying or musical composition of it, but not the actual recording, then the Form PA should be used. The Form SR for a sound recording is for published or unpublished sound recordings. You're going to use the SR form. So jot this down somewhere so you'll remember this, but registration for a sound recording alone is not the same as a registration for musical, dramatic, or literary work that has been recorded. So the Form SR is used for registration of the particular sounds or a particular recorded performance. Form SR should be used if you wish to make one registration for both the sound recording and the original work, so the musical composition of it. You may make a single registration using Form SR only if the copyright claimant is the same for both the sound and the musical composition of it. Alright, the bottom line is that the copyrights and sound recordings are to be registered on Copyright Form SR. Alright, now this is another example. Let's say that an artist, the Regional Buzz, performs and then records Lost in Your Smile, which was written by big producer Johnny. After the artist, Regional Buzz, gets permission, clearance, and a license from big producer Johnny, if Regional Buzz wants to submit the recording form for copyright registration, then the Form SR should be used. If you're the owner of both the song composition and the sound recording of a particular song, you can just use the Copyright Form SR to register both of these separate elements as one registration. This is sometimes normal when it comes to producers who write their own music and then record it as a production. Alright, sounds accompanying a motion picture or other audiovisual work should not be registered on the Form SR. You may also file multiple songs as a collection of songs. So that's pretty much the basic of copyright. I give you the address where to go to, what kind of forms, what examples of how you should use it, and whatnot. So I just want to thank you guys and just let you know this was brought to you by the people that show you how to get your music listed and sold on iTunes. You can visit them at howtosellyourmusiconitunes.com. That's howtosellmusiconitunes.com. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.